Hello friends, my name is Laris Soni and you are watching Drishti IAS. In this episode of News on Map India segment, we will be talking about certain locations which has been in news in the past week and that can be important for your exam. So let's start with the question which was given to you for practice. So the question was, Nagi and NTI bird sanctuaries recently added to the Ramsar list are located in which Indian state? Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Bihar or Jharkhand. Okay, so you have to choose in which state these two bird sanctuaries are located. When we are talking about Ramsar list, it is a list of wetlands which are giving certain degree of protection. Okay, now Nagi and NTI if we talk about, so there is this dam that is called NTI Dam in Bihar, Jamui district. In that particular dam, in the vicinity of that particular area, there are two bird sanctuaries, that is Nagi and NTI, and they have been accorded with the Ramsar site status. These are located in Bihar. Now, when we are talking about the status which is given to them on the World's Environment Day, now question for you is that when this World's Environment Day is celebrated, so you can reply me in the comment box that when do we celebrate this World's Environment Day. Okay. Now, on this particular day, Nagi and NTI bird sanctuaries, they have been accorded with the Ramsar status, Ramsar site status by the Ramsar Convention. Okay. Now there are total 82 sites, including these two. Earlier there was 75 and later 5 more added, and recently these two were added. So there are total 82 sites in India. Okay. Other than that, when we are talking about these two wetlands or the bird sanctuaries, these are human-made wetlands, or you can say artificial wetlands. Okay. Now these are the other wetlands which are given over here that can be important for you, so you can go through them. When we are talking about Bihar, there is one more, that is Kabartar wetland, which is also present in Bihar. Okay. Now moving further, answer is option C, that is Bihar. Now let's start with the question number 1. The Western Ghats passes through how many states? 3 states, 4 states, 5 states, 6 states. Okay. Western Ghats has been in news because recently there was this demand by Maharashtra, Goa and Karnataka that they want the eco-sensitive zones which are when we are talking about Western Ghats, there are certain areas which has been designated as eco-sensitive zones. So these 3 states are saying that these eco-sensitive zones should be shrunken or reduced, okay, so that developmental activity could be done over here. Okay, so that is why it was in news. When we are talking about these eco-sensitive zones, so you can say that these are certain buffer areas. Okay, let's say if there is a protected area or an area which is having fragile ecosystem, so in the vicinity of that area up to a radius of 10 kilometers, they will not go for any kind of developmental activities. Okay, so when we are talking about this area, these are the area where certain activities are prohibited. Okay, so these are called eco-sensitive zones. And in Western Ghats, there was this committee. Earlier there was this Gadgil committee, and then there was Kasturi Rangan committee. So they have recommended that there should be an area which should be categorized as eco-sensitive zones, and because of this particular demand by these 3 states, recently Western Ghats has been in news. Okay, now talking to the Western Ghats, expanse of Western Ghats is there in 6 states, that is Gujarat, then Maharashtra, then third is Karnataka, obviously Goa is also there. Okay, then we have Kerala, then we have Tamil Nadu. Okay, so these are the 6 states in which we have these Western Ghats. Here you can see these are the states. One is Gujarat, then we have Maharashtra, then we have Karnataka, we have Goa, we have Kerala and Tamil Nadu. You know that this area of Nilgiri reserve is there. Okay, so Nilgiri is basically, you can say, connecting Western Ghats with the Eastern Ghats. Okay, so some expanse of these Western Ghats is also present in Tamil Nadu as well. Okay, other than that, when we are talking about this region over here in the Maharashtra and some part of Karnataka, it is called as Sahyadris. So that is also important. Other than that, there are certain rivers which are east flowing as well as west flowing. So when we are talking about the west flowing rivers, there is this Bharatapuha, Netravati, Sharavati, Mandovi, and other than that, if we are talking about the east flowing rivers, there is this Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari, Tungabhadra, Bhima, Malprabha, Ghatprabha, Himavati. So all these rivers are important for your exam. So please keep a note on that. When we are talking about the species here, 2 are prominent. One is Nilgiri tahar, that is there, and then lion-tailed macaque. So these 2 are endemic species over here, so that is why it becomes important for you. Other than that, there are various protected areas, biosphere reserves are there like Agastmalai, Nilgiri, etc. there are national parks, there are tiger reserves, etc. So you can go through these areas. Okay, so that is about Western Ghats. Now moving further, I told you 6 states are there. Option D would be your right answer. Now question number 2. Lachung was recently in news due to road blockage caused by heavy rainfall and landslides. It is located in. Okay, so obviously why it was in news, because there was road blockage and landslides which has happened because of the rains. Okay, and when we are talking about this Lachung, this area is located in Sikkim. Okay, so here you can see in Sikkim we have this area that is Lachung Valley. Okay, and because of the landslides it has been in news, and there are various people who got stuck, various tourists got stuck over here. Okay, so option B would be your right answer, that is Sikkim. Okay, now moving further, question number 3, regarding the Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary, consider the following statement. It is situated in northwestern Madhya Pradesh. Second is river Chambal flows through the sanctuary, dividing it into 2 parts. It is set to become the second home for cheetahs in India. Now why it is in news? Because earlier you must have heard about the Kuno National Park, you can say. This was the area where we have introduced few cheetahs. Now these cheetahs were from African continent. So recently the government has decided that since that project was there and it was kind of a successful project, there are new cubs which has been born in Kuno. So now we are going for further relocation or translocation of cheetahs from Namibia and South Africa to India, and now we are looking for a second place or the second home for these cheetahs, and for that we have come up with the name, that is Gandhi Sagar, you can say, Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay, so it is situated in the northwestern Madhya Pradesh. Let's see over here. So this is the picture of the sanctuary. Okay, so here you can see this is your Kuno Palpur Sanctuary, and here we have Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay, so here you can say this is in the northwestern side of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so that is one thing. Second, river Chambal flows through the sanctuary, dividing into 2 parts. Okay, so here you can see this is river Chambal. Okay, this is basically a river Chambal, and this is Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. So it is dividing into 2 parts. Okay, so that is also true. So this is true, this is true. It is said to become the second home for the cheetahs. As I told you, it was in news because of that, and that is why it was also true. So all the statements here are true. Option C would be your right answer. Okay, now moving further, question number 4. Binsar Wildlife Sanctuary recently seen in the news due to the forest fire. It is situated in Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and Sikkim. Okay, so when we are talking about this Binsar Wildlife Sanctuary, this is an area which is famous for ecotourism as well. Okay, and it was recently in news because of the forest fires. We have already discussed that the forest fires are quite prominent in this particular time of March to, you can say, May, June. Okay, and this was there, these forest fires were there. Other than that also, when we are talking about the climate change and the global warming, these activities are increasing. Okay, so when we are talking about the Binsar Wildlife Sanctuary, here you can see this is a picture over here. Here you can see these certain elements are added here to tell you that it is famous for ecotourism. Okay, and it is located in the Uttarakhand state of India. Okay, so option A would be your right answer over here. Now moving further, question number 5. The Indian state of Manipur does not share border with Nagaland, Mizoram, Assam or Tripura. When we are talking about Manipur, Manipur has been in news for a long time now. Okay, so there was this issues related to the ethnic violence which was happening over there. Okay, so it is a clash between the communities over there. When we are talking about the location, or you can say map of Manipur, Manipur looks something like this. Okay, you can say something like this. When we say this is the map and this is the valley region of the Manipur. Okay, so this is a valley region and this is basically your hilly region, hilly and forest region. Now problem over here is that this valley region is quite, you can say, well represented in the politics. Okay, other than that, this is prosperous region. Okay, and then when we are talking about this particular region, this region hosts nearly 45% of the population, but it is having an area of 10% area. 10% area of the whole Manipur, having a 45% of the population which is living over here. And here you will also see that there is a particular community which is quite dominant, that is Methi community. Okay, and now when we are talking about the rest of the 90% of the forest area over here, that 90% of the forest area is inhabiting population nearly 55%, and since this area is hilly and forest area, geography is kind of harsh, so it is not that developed or prosperous. Okay, so because of which there is a developmental disparity. Okay, developmental disparities there, and because of which there are certain clashes which are going on over here, and it has been more than a year now. There are violence activities which are going on, and that is why Manipur has been in news. Okay, and this area, as I told you, that this is valley region is dominated by Methi people, and this area of hill regions is dominated by Nagas. Okay, so when we are talking about this upper area, that is dominated by Nagas. Okay, this areas is dominated by Kukis. Okay, and there are other communities like Zomi, Mizo. Okay, so all these communities are also living over here. Okay, now this area is included in the Greater Nagalim. You know that there is this demand by the Nagas people that they want to create a Greater Nagalim. So this area is, they are also claiming that this area is part of Greater Nagalim. Okay, because of which, because of the territorial issues and the ethnic disparities, so there are these issues which are going on. When we are talking about the state's border, here you can say this is the location of Manipur. Okay, and when we are talking about the nearby states, here you can see we have a boundary with Assam, we have boundary with Nagaland, we have boundary with Mizoram. Manipur does not have boundary with Tripura over here. Okay, so option D would be your right answer, that is Tripura. Now moving further, question number 6. Consider the following statements. The Kaleshwaram Lift Irrigation Project, or KLIP, is multi-purpose irrigation project on the Godavari River in Telangana. Second is, it is currently the world's largest multi-stage lift irrigation project. Okay. Now, this Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project is quite important when we are talking about the projects in the southern part of India. Okay, when we talk about Kaleshwaram lift project, it was in news because of the elections, and this was a issue, or you can say a local issue, which was raised during the elections as well. Okay, now coming to the statement, Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project, or KLIP, is multi-purpose irrigation project on the river Godavari. So this statement is correct. It is in the state of Telangana. Here you can see this is somewhere over here on the border of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, but the, you can say, authorities consider it is in Telangana. Okay, so this is Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project, which is located in Telangana. Here you can see this is your river Godavari. Okay, so that is there. Coming to this particular part over here, as I told you, this is on the river Godavari. It is currently the world's largest multi-stage lift irrigation project. That is a factual information. That is also correct. Option C would be your right answer over here for the question number 6. Now coming to the question number 7. Consider the following statement about the Lipulekh Pass. Okay, Lipulekh has been in news recently because of certain, you can say, when we are talking about the Mansarovar Yatra, etc. So it was a particular route during the Mansarovar Yatra, but Lipulekh has been, the Lipulekh Pass has been closed for a while now. After COVID, we have gone for closing this particular pass. Recently, it was in news because there is this particular tribe, that is Bhotia tribe. Okay, so when we are talking about this particular tribe, they are saying that this Lipulekh Pass was on a ancient trade route, and this was closed recently, and this affecting the trade by this Bhotia tribe, and they are asking to reopen it. Okay, so this is one thing. Second thing is, it is also important when we are talking about the Mansarovar Yatra. Okay, so that is there. Now coming to the statement, it is located close to the tri-junction of India, Nepal and Tibet. Okay, that is considered as China. When we are talking about Tibet has been, you can say, occupied by China. So it is located on the tri-junction of the India, Nepal and Tibet. We will see. It is major pass of Uttarakhand. Then it is an ancient trade and pilgrimage route made famous locally by the Bhotia tribe people, or Bhotia people, who have inhabited the region for centuries. How many of the above statements are correct? Okay, so coming to the first statement, it is a tri-junction between, so, India, Nepal and China. Okay, so this is China, this is Nepal, and this is India. So it is somewhere over here. We can say that yes, it is a tri-junction. Okay, it is located in the you can say Uttarakhand. Okay, other than that, also there are areas like Kalapani, Lipulekh and Limpiadhura. These has been in news for a while because these areas are India's area. They are being claimed by Nepal. Okay, and that is because of the shift in the Kali river. Kali is a river, or you can say this river is also known as Sharda river. This Sharda river or Kali river was used to be the boundary between India and Nepal, but recently this river has changed its course. Okay, and because of which Nepal is saying that the areas belongs to them. Okay, and river goes something like this over here. Okay, so that is there. So that is Sharda river or Kali river. and areas are Kalapani, Lipulekh and Limpiadura. These are contested areas between Nepal and India. Recently they have actually gone for a map on the currency note of 100 by Nepalese government. So what they have done that they have also published the new map in which they have shown these area as theirs. Okay, so that is also a news which was there in the last few months. Okay, so that is about it. Lipulekh Pass, which is a pass on the tri-junction of China, Nepal and India. Okay, and it is in the state of Uttarakhand, and it is made famous by the Bhotia tribe. Okay, so it is located close to the tri-junction of India, Nepal and Tibet. That is true. It is a major pass of Uttarakhand. That is also true. The ancient trade and the pilgrimage route made famous locally by the Bhotia people. That is also true. Okay, so all of the statements are true over here. Now coming to the last question, that is question number 8. In which locations in India can saltwater crocodile can be found? Gir National Park, Kaziranga National Park and Jim Corbett National Park. Okay. Second is Bhitarkanika National Park in Odisha, the Sundarbans in West Bengal and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, that is second. Third is Ranthambore National Park, Periyar National Park and Bandhavgarh National Park, Manas, Simlipal and Sasan Gir Wildlife Sanctuary. Now, when we are talking about the saltwater crocodile, one thing is clear. When we see this particular area over here, you will realize that Bhitarkanika and Sundarbans are the area which are coastal areas. So there are chances that there can be a saltwater crocodile. Okay. Second thing is, when we talk about these areas, or you can say Bhitarkanika in Odisha, or when we talk about this particular state of Odisha, in Odisha, all the kind of crocodiles, or the 3 kind of crocodiles which are found in India, which are present in Odisha. Okay, so coming to the question again here, when we are talking about crocodiles in India, so there is this project crocodile that was introduced in India in 1975, and the first state to implement this was Odisha, because all the 3 categories of these crocodiles are found over there. Okay, so first is your gharial, second is magar, okay, and third is your saltwater crocodiles. Okay, so these are there and these are found in India. Okay, and when we are talking about the Bhitarkanika, this is the area of Bhitarkanika Wildlife Sanctuary, that is in Odisha. Okay, then we have Gahir Mata. Gahir Mata is famous for particular kind of turtles. Okay, there are nesting sites that is called Aribada. So you have to tell me in the comment box that which kind of turtles I'm talking about. Gahir Mata and the Rishikulia beaches are famous for the nesting sites of a particular kind of turtle. Okay, and we have talked about it various times. These nesting sites are called Aribada. These are mass nesting sites. So you can tell me in the comment box what kind of turtles are having Aribadas in that particular area. So we have seen that in these particular areas of Bhitarkanika we find this saltwater crocodile. Okay, then these are Sundarbans, you can see. Okay, so mostly 60% of the Sundarbans are there in Bangladesh and 40% are found in West Bengal in India. Okay, so that is also an area where we find these saltwater crocodiles. Okay, again, other than that, we find them in Andaman and Nicobar. Recently Great Nicobar was in news because of the Great Nicobar project. Okay, so keep a tab on that as well. So coming to the question again here, you can say option B would be a right answer. Bhitarkanika National Park in Odisha, Sundarbans in West Bengal and the Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, so these are the area where you will find the saltwater crocodiles in India. Okay, now last part, that is basically your practice question. So you attempt it and answer in the comment box. The dairy based confectionery item Matabari Pera, traditionally offered as prasad, recently received a geographical indication tag. Which state does it originate from? Okay, when we talk about geographical indications or GI tags, they have a particular origin which is attached to them and their specific characteristics. So to which state it owes its origin to? Tripura, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh and Sikkim. So you can attempt this question and answer in the comment box. With that, I would like to take your leave. If you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. Have a nice day. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.